Tripartite partners have issued clear guidelines for companies that have no choice but to lay off workers. But they maintain that retrenchments should always be a last resort, even when facing difficulties caused by COVID-19. A tripartite advisory issued by the Manpower Ministry, NTUC, and Singapore National Employers Federation says employers should provide retrenchment benefits to workers depending on their financial position. For example, companies in sound financial standing should pay employees retrenchment benefits benchmarked at 2 weeks to 1 month salary per year of service. Businesses that are adversely affected should work out a fair retrenchment benefit linked to years of service for their workers. Those facing severe financial difficulties may have to let workers go to save the business, but they should still do so in a mutually acceptable way. Labour MP Patrick Tay says he sees most unionised employers adhering to retrenchment standards, but he's called out some non-unionised employers who aren't providing the proper support.
We're starting to see some cases where employers actually do not provide retrenchment benefits, particularly the non-unionized companies. So we wanted to set this specifically for this COVID-19 period. I do see certain companies and workers as well being laid off, unfortunately, or maybe even terminated from their work.
With the job support scheme subsidised till July, the Labour MP is in unison with the Association of SMEs that retrenchments could rise once the government payout ends. On the ground, they are seeing many companies, including SMEs, still holding the line, hoping for a recovery of their businesses after the circuit breaker lifts.
In the third quarter, we expect to see some retrenchment or wage cuts. I think if you look at the typical behavior of a business unit, it would not be surprising for a business owner to consider maybe reducing 20-25% of their wage costs. And reducing that can come in two forms. One is by headcount cut, the other one is by wage cut. A lot of businesses are giving us the feedback that post-circuit breaker, they don't see that they're going to be able to go back up to even 50% of turnover of the old levels, which means that costs correspondingly have to come down.